Hey, what's up everybody? Goats here, back with another headliner video. It's been a minute since I've done one of these, but I haven't been doing much hail damage work. Anyways, I'm sitting in a 2014 Chevrolet Cruze that has hail damage on the roof, so I've got to take the headliner out. I figured I would do a quick overview of how to take down this headliner since I have to do it anyways, and hopefully that helps some of y'all out there. So I've got a few tools here. A little pry tool, flashlight, Torx bit. This is a like a T20 or a T25 Torx bit. Little pick and a pry tool. I think I actually need some type of socket. Let's see, these handles. That's probably an 8mm socket, but I haven't made it that far yet, so I'll figure that out when I get there and I'll let you know what you need. But just to get you started, on these handles, these have to come down. So take your pick tool and stick it up in here like this, and then you'll pry this little cap out where it pops open like this. That's all I did. I just stuck the pick in there and popped it. And then this guy right here that holds the visor in, just take your pick tool, pop that in there like that, and that reveals it's probably a Torx bit. Actually, I haven't even looked. Yeah, Torx bit up in there that's got to come out. Same thing here. Gonna take your little pick tool, and I usually start at the back right here and just gently work my way around until it comes down like that. And then you can see there's Torx bits in there. There's probably, let's see, looks like there's 3 of them. They'll have to come out. And then on these Chevys, let me actually remove this thing real quick. On these Chevys, see this little plastic clip right here? Sometimes you have to compress that with your pick tool. There's 2 of them, and wiggle it around. I'm gonna have to get to it and tinker with it before I can tell you exactly, but just be mindful of that. And then this guy, the overhead console here, has 2 hidden screws. So a lot of times these are just held in by clips. This one actually has 2 hidden screws. So you have to take this panel off. You can see there's a clip there and a clip there, and then this little slot and these little hanger guys. So I started at the front side right here and pulled this down and released these 2 front clips right here, and then worked my way to the back to unslot this guy. Hopefully y'all can see that. It's hard to film this and hold all these pieces at the same time. And then that reveals the screw right there, and there's another screw right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this front end, all these pieces taken off, and then make my way to the back. I'm not sure if this plastic has to come off yet. I'm gonna pull down the rest of this first and then take a look at that. Partially down. Let's see, get that handle removed, get this guy released, pulled it out of the pillar right here. I typically don't take stuff like this down. I guess if you were like an interior shop and you really wanted to do it cleanly, you would pull these pillars down, but I don't get paid to pull pillars down. I have to get it out as quickly as possible. So I take a little pry tool and wedge it in like that and pop the headliner out. Just kind of wiggle it and be delicate with it. They're pretty rigid. They'll go back to their original shape, nothing to worry about. These handles, these are 8mm bolts, and then you just pull it, comes out. And Then we got to work our way to the rear here. Another thing that I do is I pull the weather stripping down because the headliner is tucked into the weather stripping. And what else did I figure out while y'all were in time-lapse mode? These things are a bear to get down. Let me show you here as best I can. My light, my light's going out. So there's a clip right in here. Hopefully you can see that. That has to be compressed. I believe that you compress it towards the center of the opening, meaning like pick it that direction towards the middle of the vehicle on both sides. Both of those little arms have to be compressed, and then these two plastic ones have to be compressed as well. I compressed it while pulling on it a little bit, and that released the clips. As you can see here, headliner is 90% down. The remaining things that I did was remove the headliner from this pillar. Just took the pick tool and stick it in there like so, and then pull the headliner out. You just kind of go delicately and work it out. Like I said, they're resilient. They'll go back to their original shape. If you bend it a little bit, it's okay. They can handle being moved around. Like you can see this right here, how flimsy it is. I mean, it's sturdy, but can be moved. They're malleable, or bendable rather. And then once I had the front of the headliner down, I was able to push the entire headliner forward like that, and then these rear pillars release on both sides. Then one thing to know, there's these rear, if you can see, these rear pins. And what I do is I take my pry tool and I stick it up under the cap. This is hard to do. See if I can set the camera down. Yikes. Put the pry tool in the cap, and then I use this blue pry tool as a leverage point. That way this doesn't crush into the headliner when you pry it. Just a little tip so you can protect your headliner. Use something with your prior tool to create leverage so you don't crush in the headliner. The last thing that I've got to do is get the black plastics off of the rear view mirror. There's a wire up there that I need to release, so I got to figure out how to do that. This light is actually attached to the headliner, so there's nothing to remove there. It just came right down. Yeah, let me look at the mirror and tell you what's going on up there. I ended up just pulling the wire off of the headliner to create a little bit of clearance, because I actually don't have to remove the headliner completely. I just need it to be lowered so I can push the dents. And this black plastic right here is not really wanting to come off. It's got a little bit of flex. It's probably got some clips around the edges holding it, but I was having trouble getting it to release, and I don't need it to release, so I'm just going to leave it as is. So sorry if that's what you need or you're looking for to remove. Maybe a Chevrolet tech can chime in. There's probably a very easy way to remove those. Most of the time you just kind of wiggle them and the clips will release, but this one is on there really good, so I'm going to leave it. I think I pointed out everything to look out for in this video for the headliner. If you need to take down the sunroof, which I don't think I'm going to, I should have enough access to the dents, you've got to remove these drain hoses. There's usually 4 of them in each corner of the sunroof, and then you'll have a bunch of bolts like these all the way around, maybe like 10 to 12, and then you'll have to undo the electrical, as you see right here, to drop the headliner completely, and then lower the sunroof assembly. And it helps if you have some straps. You can string straps across the upper frame here all the way across to the other side, and then lower the sunroof onto the strap so it supports it. And yeah, I think that's it. I was gonna do it for this video, guys. Appreciate y'all tuning in. This is this 2014 Chevrolet Cruze. We just removed the headliner. Hopefully you found this video helpful, and It'll help you get the headliner down easier. I hope you liked the video. If there's anything you noticed that I can improve or anything you wanted to see or you have questions, just comment down below and I'll try and help you out. All right, peace out, y'all.